Gibbs is a totally different unit, totally different world for us. Again, we weren't into power sports. We thought about maybe selling motorcycles. We thought about selling jet skis, but you know, everybody around the corner sells jet skis, and I feel you can't make any money with them. We hear stories of the people not making money with them because the guy down the street will lower his prices $200, $300, and then this guy lowers his prices so he can't make any money. And we needed something different and unique and new and fresh and exciting. And with Gibbs, that's what we found so far.
Well, the major brands that we're dealing with, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda, have very established dealer support systems, everything from warranty processing, parts lookup and parts pricing, customer service, so on. Gibbs is in the process of setting those systems up right now, but I can see they're doing it right. They have a great group of people, and all the right steps are being taken to offer similar services to the major OEMs that we're currently dealing with.
With this market and this company, where they're going to go, the things that I've heard what they're going to do in the future is going to be phenomenal. It's going to change the way we think about boating and use boating.
I feel that amphibious vehicles have a very good potential, obviously not as large a potential as the strictly land-based or strictly water-based vehicles due to the expense of the unit. But it's a very interesting new category, and I think it might not be as small of a niche as some people think, depending on what Gibbs comes up with. Obviously the quad ski is, we have a good market for the quad ski, but as other models and other incarnations of amphibious vehicles come out, I think that there's going to be very good potential for sales.
Well, when we first called, we saw it in a magazine, one of those high-priced magazines, whatever it was, and saw the uniqueness of it, and called, and then Dan came down. And when Dan came down, which is our rep, he came down and let us ride one, and it was all over with. When you transition from land to water, and you go down that ramp like that, and it's just a feeling, a warm, fuzzy feeling that I have something different than anybody else, and and it works. And when we saw that it worked, and then after talking to the people at the plant, it was a no-brainer for us. We could see where you're going with it. We could see that it's new and exciting, and for us, it was a no-brainer.
Riva is the largest personal watercraft dealership in the world, largest volume, overall number of units, and we need to do everything that's involved with PWC. We need to carry every line of PWC and be on the cutting edge of PWC technology and brands. So we were very interested when we saw that Gibbs had come out with a PWC slash, off-road vehicle, and we wanted to be involved.
Oh, they're wonderful people. And we were always under the belief that we're supposed to form a partnership with the manufacturer. And most manufacturers, especially ones you asked the question before that are well established, their noses are kind of up in the air, and you're just coming on board, and they're taking you on board, and you're just a number, and how many units can that place sell for me? With Gibbs, you become part of the family. They're awesome people. They're responsible. We can talk to them on the telephone. I mean, we call and we get response.
So far, it's been a very good experience. The people at Gibbs are enthusiasts. They genuinely care about what they're doing. They're very quick to take our advice and take our input, and it's been a very positive experience so far.
Their jaws drop open. It says, "I don't believe this." And if we're riding it up and down the river there, people just flag us over. They raced to meet us back at the marina so they could see it come out of the water. They want to see it go back into water. I've never videotaped in my life, and I'm probably on more YouTube things than my son is, and my daughter. She's 16 years old, and they're flagging her down, and you think they're flagging her down to talk to her. They're not. They want to talk about the unit and where they can find one. So the response has been awesome so far.
A lot of excitement, a lot of interest. People are very interested in the quad ski. When they see it, they question whether it's real, and when you show them a video, they're just amazed. So there's a lot of excitement and a lot of amazement at the technology.
Speeds, of course, the first thing is price, and they're trying to compare them to jet skis. The biggest problem we have is they're trying to compare them to, in their minds, they're trying to make how much is a jet ski, how much is a four-wheeler, and they're trying to put those two together. And you have to teach them that this is not a four-wheeler, and this is not a jet ski. This is an amphibious vehicle, a high-speed amphibious vehicle with the best quality materials that you could possibly buy in today's market.
How fast does it go? How does it work? Does it really work? And of course, how much is it?
Oh, sure. We've had, our telephones don't stop ringing, and we haven't had that in a long time. Our marina is out in the middle of nowhere. We're at the end of a road. If you go too far, you'll get wet because you'll launch your boat, or launch your car, not your boat. And it's not amphibious, of course. So we're at the end of the road on the Illinois River. Once you're there, it's a beautiful place. But now that the word's out, we've got people, and we also have a restaurant. And the people just draw to the place just to see this going in and out of the water. We have a beautiful hill, a knoll up there, and we have a ramp right next to it. And the people are just gathered around there, and all you see is fingers pointing and cameras coming out, and people texting other people, you got to see this, and texting these pictures out. So yes, it makes a big draw for the marina so far.
Yes, the quad ski attracts people to our dealership. It definitely brings in a group of people who might not otherwise visit a power sports dealership. We're doing a lot of sales to yacht customers as yacht tenders. Traditionally, we service these customers with personal watercraft, typical jet skis, but now the quad ski has given us a new tender, we call them tenders, that they put on deck because they can launch them and drive over to an island, deploy the wheels, and drive out. So that's a nice high-end group of customers that are frequenting our dealership now.
It's like the difference between riding in a Cadillac and riding in a Volkswagen. Not that there's anything wrong with the Volkswagen, but it's just two different worlds. That's how different that the product is. As an ATV, I don't have that much experience. My son had one years ago, and we sure experienced him today quite a bit. And actually, I was able to ride a different brand. Gibbs gave me the opportunity to ride a different brand unit today, which was just an ATV, and there is no comparison. I'm sore from riding the ATV because I had to use so much body language to keep it from tipping over, where the Gibbs was just smooth as can be. It was the Cadillac syndrome, and it was just a blast.
And it's a pretty darn good ATV. It's wider than a typical ATV, and it takes a little bit wider trail, but it behaves very well off-road. Lots of power, suspension's excellent, and very good riding machine. But the real thrill was when I rode it into the water. That first moment when you ride it into the water and the wheels suck up and you squeeze the same throttle lever that was working as a land-based vehicle, and it takes off as a personal watercraft, I just got a huge smile on my face. And it's a pretty good watercraft also. So the transition in and out of the water is a lot of fun.
We don't have to sell a quad ski. You sell yourself on a quad ski, and that's what's different than any other boat or any other product that I've ever handled. You come in, you know you want it, which makes that customer, even after the sale, it makes him so easy to deal with. If a little thing goes wrong, they're not the nitpicky warranty type people that you're normally dealing with.
It's a very exclusive product that a high-end clientele wants. We've also had the benefit of being the first dealer before the dealer network's been built up. So anybody who wants a quad ski had to come to us. As the dealer network grows, there'll be other places to get them. So right now we're riding the wave or the benefit of having a very small, tight dealer network. But according to Gibbs, the dealer network is not going to be more than 100 dealers in the United States. So I think the opportunity will continue even after the dealer network's built up to sell a good volume.
I would say don't wait. Don't wait, because they're moving along very fast. They're not gonna let any grass grow underneath their feet, and they're gonna move ahead. And if you knew what was coming up in the future with this company, the plans, the talk of the plans that they have of the other product that they're going to be building here very, very shortly, you want to get on now. You want to get on board right now. They're a good company. They're there for you. Again, the communication is open. They're totally different than anybody I've ever dealt with in the 35 years that I've been in this business. If you could get on board now at the ground floor, I'm so excited about the future again, and I haven't been in years with any other product that we sell.
For dealers that are considering becoming a Gibbs dealer, I would say that it could be a very profitable experience, but I would recommend that you're ready for the commitment to train your sales staff, train your service people, because it is a very unique vehicle. It doesn't fit right in with your personal watercraft line. It doesn't fit right in with your ATV line. It's a unique machine unto itself. And if you're willing to make that commitment, it can be very rewarding and very profitable. But you have to make sure your people are trained, and you have to make sure you're ready to address these high-end customers that are going to have specific questions about the quad ski, and ready to do demos and ready to work it, because it is a different category.
It's not a motorcycle world, it's not a boat world, it's an amphibious world. And they're creating an amphibious world. I want to be part of that world.